Someone asked a question in my comments about if I wanted to process the audio on the way into your sampler, what are some great options for doing that with the MPC? Now, I can't speak to too many other samplers, and I think if you're using some of the other samplers, because I don't know how many of them have this one feature where you can put effects on the inserts. There are a couple of options out there that are inexpensive, and by inexpensive, I mean you're looking at $500 to $1,000 for a stereo pair of channels that are preamp, EQ, compressor, limiter gate, at least the preamp, because I think the preamp is the most important part of the equation because you want to get that saturation into there, switch it to line and add some gain. Having an EQ is a great option, and a compressor, of course, you can manipulate the sound even more. So there's a couple of those things out there that'll do that. However, with the MPC, you do have the ability to use the effects built on board to process the audio on the way in. I think that's the greatest thing you can do at an inexpensive price point because one, you get to use those effects all the time and you don't have to spend any money, with the exception of buying something like Flavor Pro, which is not that much more expensive in the grand scheme of things compared to an actual analog device. And two, you can recall those effects because you can set it, save it as a setting, and then when you decide to record it again, you have that setting already. You don't have to go dial it in again. So how this works is basically on the inserts, you have 4 inserts if I remember correctly, and you can add Flavor Pro, which is great for adding all sorts of saturation, sounds, effects, etc. You could add any of the other things. If you want to halftime your sound, Akai has a halftime plugin, so you can actually put that on the sample, record the sample in, and then put it into there and manipulate it however you want to manipulate it. You have your channel strip, you have your EQs, compressors, gate limiters, you have everything there. You can do a lot of the heavy lifting before you record the sound. That way it's already set on your actual sample. And then when you get into your MPC, all you're doing is chopping it up. And now you have a lot of space processor-wise because you're not using those processors all the time in real time. It's already done. The only downside to this is now you've recorded it exactly the way you want it. But then again, you can always just re-record it and change the settings. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. But I would recommend, especially with the MPCs, use the inserts. Add stuff one time. Add the tube gain. Add Flavor Pro. Add an EQ. Add a flanger. Add, whatever other different effect, your reverb, spring reverb. Add whatever you want to add to the sample so the sample sounds the way you want it. Make it your own. And once you're done making it your own, chop that thing into oblivion and make something great.